Rabbits are prolific in nature, so your return on investment here is very, very fast. Because if you're starting with, for example, say you want to go commercial, 10 females, you don't need much of the males, let's say 4 males. In today's economy, a grower at 3 months is between 6,500 to 7,500. So if you're having in 3 months, you're able to sell 50 bunnies at 6,500. That's good money.
This is Emmanuel Palm, a rabbit farmer who was able to turn his childhood love for animals into a profitable business empire. In this video, Emmanuel shared how he was able to start with almost zero capital and grow into owning hundreds of rabbits in his farm. He also shared secrets of how he was able to generate multiple income streams from his rabbit farm. So I want you to sit down, relax and enjoy the video.
My name is Emmanuel Palm. I'm the CEO EPG Rabbit Farms and at the same time Rabbit City. I think since when I was a kid, I've always loved animals. And that passion has always been in me. I grew up loving animals. For the rabbits, I started keeping rabbits 10 years back. Now, keeping rabbits has a lot of things that you can actually bring out of them as value addition. For example, the Rabbit City is more of selling the products from rabbits, the pelts, the meat pie, the suya, the shawarma, and all that come from the byproducts of rabbits. While the other byproducts, which is the waste, the manure and the urine, we use it as organic fertilizer and organic manure, not fertilizer. So we use it on our farms, and whatever we get from the farm, we now sell it under the brand of the Rabbit City. Yeah, so we grow things like lettuces, bell peppers, whatever spices or vegetables, we use the byproducts of rabbits to grow all these things organically. So we also construct cages for rabbits for our clients. We also have the training section where others can come and learn to start.
So what is the first step for someone looking to come into your industry?
First of all, is training, because you need to know what you're going into. You need the training part, and you should have that passion for animals. Once you don't have passion for what you're doing, there's no point going into it.
So in terms of equipment and tools, what are like the basic ones that you need to start?
For keeping rabbits, you need the cages. And the cages are such that we construct this our own design at EPG Rabbit Farms, where you collect the waste and the other byproducts easily without any hitch. So the cage is one thing you need to have, or the hutch, which is the whole building of cages. Then you need a scale, a weighing scale, a digital weighing scale. You cannot run a rabbit farm without a digital weighing scale. Now this is what we call a digital weighing scale. Now this is what we do. When you bring the rabbit, you hang it on the pole here. And then you hang your scale. Then once you do that, you put it on. I'm sure the batteries out. Then you hang your bucket and then you read the weight of the scale.
So you put the rabbit inside the bucket?
Yeah, inside the bucket. You first of all take the weight of the bucket.
Yes.
Then when you press this part, it takes off the weight of the bucket. So it goes back to zero. Then you now put your rabbit so that you can get an accurate weight of your rabbit. So the distance scale is very, very important as a tool. Then we have the nail trimmer. So this is a nail trimmer where as human beings, we cut our nails too.
Yes.
Now rabbits have sharp nails. Once you don't trim the nails, it can injure you. As you can see my hand, I have some evidence that I'm a rabbit farmer on my hand. Yes, so you need to trim the nails, and this is what you use. And you have to learn the techniques of trimming the nails. You don't just trim anyhow. Some of the nails have blood vessels around them. So there's a way when you come for training, we'll teach you how to use this.
To trim the nails?
Yes. Then this is a binder for the cages. Where you put your clip and then you hold the mesh together and then you bind it and then you hold it together. So these are some of the tools that you need. And of course, you need first aid kits like this. where if there's an injury on the farm, you can actually attend to your rabbits. So I think those are the basic ones you need on the farm.
Okay, just for starting out.
Yes, for starting out. Then the other equipment are just the normal farm, regular bucket, broom, hoe,
For keeping
hand gloves for your biosecurity,
Yes.
nose masks, and the remaining.
Okay.
Yes.
When you were starting out, how much did you invest and how long did it take you to start seeing?
So if I'm going 10 years back, I started with 50K.
50,000?
Yes, 50,000 naira. 10 years back, because I got just 4 rabbits, and from 4 I had to buy what they call like a nesting for them, and I considered feeding. I considered if I'm not around, the person who's going to work when I'm off,
Yes.
I have to pay
Pay
him.
them
So
too.
roughly 50K. It started like,
Okay.
I didn't even start it with the view of making money.
Money. It's just a
I
hobby.
just started it with passion of I wanted to keep the rabbits,
Okay.
and then studying them over time, what they do, what we can bring out of them. And gradually, because they are prolific in nature, where their gestation is just 27 to 30 days.
Okay.
So I started noticing a rapid growth from that 4. In 3-4 months, I was already counting 10. In about 6 months, I was near 20. And that's how it went on and on and on. But for today's economy, 50K is just like 500 naira.
Yes.
Yes, so for starters, for you to get the cage, the knowledge, and the rabbits, you need at least a 250. You can see how the gap is. My 50K came back to me, return on investment, the next year after I'd started.
Okay.
So I think the next year I was able to, I didn't start selling immediately. I had to watch. And then a few friends got to know, they came around and I spoke to them about it. They were like, I don't mind having a pair or two. So that's how it started. Family and friends started moving gradually, and I was like, wow, so I could actually make money. So it started like that, and then before you know anything, my 50K came back the year I started telling people about it.
Wow. So that same year you started making
the next year
profits. Okay.
You know how to study them and
Yes.
see what they are all about. Read materials. Then I got a mentor outside the country. I
Yes.
think he's in Kenya now.
Okay.
Yes, so he was the one mentoring me on how to keep them and what to do. Now, like I said, rabbits are prolific in nature. So your return on investment here is very, very fast. Because if you're starting with, for example, say you want to go commercial, 10 females, you don't need much of the males, let's say 4 males, so that you can break out of inbreeding.
Yes.
With that 10 females, if you were to cross the whole 10 in 3 months, that's in a quarter,
Yes.
you should be having an average of 50 bunnies.
Wow.
That's 5 from each mother,
Yes.
averagely. So let's say you're taking an average of 50 bunnies in a quarter from 10 mothers, from 10 does.
Yes.
Now, with that 50, in today's economy, a grower at 3 months is between 6,500 to 7,500,
5.
depending on the breed. The Angoras are more expensive. These are pet rabbits.
Okay, this one is the
Yes.
Angora.
So the prices for Angoras are different. So Angora growers, you see them going for 12, 15.
Yeah.
Pet. Yeah. So if you're having in 3 months, you're able to sell 50 bunnies at 6,500. That's good money.
Yes.
Yes. So in a year, by the time you have your 3 quarters, 4 quarters, depending on how you plan your farm,
Yes.
whatever you're getting from 6,500 times 50, you multiply that by 4. So that's what you should make in a year. Give or take. Then this is just for the rabbit breeding stock. So you have not even talked about selling the manure,
Yes.
which a bag of 25 kg today is from 3,000 and above. The urine is 200 per liter.
Yes.
So by the time you're selling all this and you're factoring in all this, and then you're training others,
Yes.
of course they pay you for training. So you
sure.
can imagine money comes from here, all the streams. So it's just the way the river is, where you see different arms of
Yes.
water coming into the main river bank. Same thing with rabbits. Money comes from here, money comes from there. By the time you put everything together, you see that life is good.
I see that you also produce rabbit manure. How effective is it, and do you think there's a huge market for that instead of the normal chemical fertilizer people use?
You can't compare those two now.
Okay.
Why? Why am I saying that? I'm not talking out of what the books have said alone. Over the years, practically, I have grown a lot of vegetables with rabbit manure and urine. The urine is so wonderful that you can use it as pesticide.
Wow.
Yes, but there's a mixture. But I've used the urine and the manure, and I can tell you wholeheartedly that it is awesome. The NPK content in this rabbit manure is by far the richest in all animal waste. Because what the rabbit manure does, it adds to the shelf life of whatever product you're bringing out.
Okay.
Compared to chemical fertilizer. Chemical fertilizer may stay a day or two on the shelf and it starts wilting. But rabbit manure products, they can stay up to a week and it will look as if you just plucked it out of the farm.
Wow.
So rabbit manure has a way of adding to the coating of whatever fruit. It's not only vegetables, even fruits, mangoes, guavas. I have seen what rabbit manure has done to my own.
To them,
when
yes.
you see my avocados, they're big and they're fleshy. It's thick.
Wow.
You see mangoes, the bananas I grow with rabbit manure, they are also awesome. So you can't compare those two. Chemical fertilizer has a way of just blowing things in terms of quantity.
Yes.
Or in terms of quality, rabbit manure is the bomb.
What were some of the challenges and mistakes that you had to deal with when starting out? And if you could go back, how will you fix that?
The number one for me is risk budget.
Okay.
We made a very big mistake with that. We didn't know about it anyway. So most of the times, there are periods when you find out that your rabbits are not giving you the number, and we didn't have much of the replacement stock. And there was a certain time a disease came, and then a lot of them died. I think the disease came from our feed vendor. I think the feed was already expired. We didn't even notice all that. So we didn't have any monies we had kept aside for that, like an insurance.
Yes.
So that thing really hit us. It took us time to build up again, to bring back the rabbits to the number we had wanted to keep as our baseline. So what we did since then is to have like a sort of some monies as risk budget.
You keep it aside.
Where if uncertainties come like this, we can quickly go there, pick, buy the rabbits and replace. So that's one. Risk budget. We actually made a mistake there, but we've corrected that.
Okay.
Then another mistake we had one time, we're giving room for other farmers to come with their females to cross. That wasn't a good practice, so we stopped it. Because at the point, I never had mensch, which is one of the diseases.
Okay.
But the moment I got one farmer who brought his own female to be crossed on my farm, the mensch entered the farm, and it took us time to clear it.
Okay.
And since then, we locked our doors. So we always advise other clients, other people who are coming on board, do not allow anybody to come crossing a female rabbit or you take your male to them. No. Always advise them to buy a male from you or you buy it from them. Or let's maintain biosecurity.
Okay.
That's another one that I think other farmers need to know. Then I think record keeping is another key mistake. When we started, we're not actually keeping good records of what we're doing. But as you can see now, look at the cages, they're numbered. So each cage, we know who is there.
Yes.
We know the breed that is there. If we're crossing for another female, we know what and what we've crossed. And if somebody is buying, we know what and what we're selling to the person so that he knows what he will see in the future. And all that. So you guide against clients complaining and all that. Yeah.
What are your most popular or best-selling products now?
For now, I'd say rabbits. Yes, breeding stock, because I'm a training center. So a lot of people after training, they always want to go with stock to go and start up. So the rabbit breed is the one selling the most.
Okay.
Followed by the manure. Those are the two that are hitting the market now for us. And then the meat, of course.
Yes.
This is festivity time in December.
Yeah,
a lot of people are asking for meat.
What would be your advice for someone starting out?
Yeah, like I said, passion, determination, patience. So once you have that, and you have some little monies to start up, it could be a soft loan, you could save money, which is the best, save and invest.
Yes.
I would advise young people, most especially, who don't have jobs today to key into rabbitry because it's prolific. It's not difficult to keep. You don't need much space. Those are the advantages. With small space, you can start your rabbitry. So I would encourage everyone out there. Believe me, this is a good sector to venture in.
Do you offer like trainings or?
Yes, we do. We have our online training classes, which is flexible. You can start any day. Once you receive your payment, you start that very day. And we have the physical trainings for those who are around Plateau.
Yes.
Yes, or just precisely. If you can access our office, you can come and start your training